Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready? Get ready, dog.
All right, Coach, we welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cleveland Browns and the New York Giants. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Ready. 18 Gators. I'm here all day. I'm here all day. Let's go.
A first carry now for Kofrani Muhammad. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game as he'll lose yardage to start things out. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Second and 11 at the 25-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a second and 11.
Watch the block. Kill. 80 weapons. Kill. Turn up. Hit it.
They'll run it. This is Muhammad. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive.
Hey, we got right. We got right. Tackles. Get it.
Back to throw. Fitzgerald. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. Well, the screen gets 7, but it's not enough, and it'll be 4th down. On 4th down, here's Lachlan Edwards to punt it. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback.
Check. 319. Check. 55. Come on. Tight. Set the time, defense. Let's go. With 61. Matchbox lights. 55.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. After the loss, here's 2nd and 12 from the 18. Throwing now is Allen. And this is going to be incomplete. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, there in coverage.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Allen fakes the give and keeps himself. It's Kelsey on the ground. And now a fumble. The ball's out.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
A good return there. Call it 13 yards.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. Someone tell the risk I was never at the hit. I would never get it off my chest though. I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh baby, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh baby, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Take your eyes off me, don't want to see me when I'm gone. Moral of the story was you're wrong. Everything I gave and everything I lost. Good things come at a cost. I left it on your head, and when you ever overstated, your thoughts are never everything you wanted when you want. I'ma take it in the head with the signs of the distort. I'ma leave it on the side. You on the Christ when the breath on the set. Let me speak on behalf of the dead. I'ma leave, I'ma speak. I'm sick in the head. Come on, come on. Oh baby, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh baby, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Tell the risk I was never at the hit. I would never get it off my chest though. I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh baby, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh baby, my bets are off. Everything was better off.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready?
Get ready, y'all. This be the green light. Go. Ties burn the paint.
And thank you, Coach. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cleveland Browns and the New York Giants. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Set 70, Indy.
I know he ain't got it.
They go.
They're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's 2nd down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
On the ground with Bryce Love, the former Stanford Cardinal. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6.
Check 52. X3. 218. Chopper. Ready.
Looking to throw. Fitzgerald. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, in on the stop.
Brings up 2nd and 10. At the Giants.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Allen going to throw. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Travis Kelsey, his 6th touchdown of the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point, hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line.
Here we go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Set, ready, 30 base.
Cut. Kill.
Pilot, 64, weak. Hey, echo.
Now on 2nd and 16, Fitzgerald. And yes, complete to the tight end, McDonald. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Fitzgerald. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a 1st down.
The Browns drive about to get started. And they'll be looking to make this a two-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. Now a run with Cook. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Allen now on first down. It's caught. Beckham. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Allen now looks to throw. He finds his target, Beckham. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0.
14. Giants nothing. Harrison Butker set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And they got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of them at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
On 3rd down, O'Neal. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Double tight, double tight. 4 down, 4, 6, 6. Pull it high. Wide, get wide. Watch twist, watch the twist. Rush in, rush in.
Running game working, they'll stick with it on first down. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now a give, right side. Muhammad. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. 30. 10. Touchdown, Giants. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. Ready to roll for the 2nd quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. Badgley now to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
A good pickup there of 22. Took just 1 play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
Check safety, check safety.
On 3, on 3. Motion, motion, motion.
A toss to Cook. Cook stripped. The ball's out. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
And the head coach reaches for the red flag, tosses it down on the field. He wants a challenge here. On 2nd down, Cook. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down. First down, and they're going to throw without him. And this will be caught. Tyrell Williams. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
I got you, boy. I got you, boy.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Allen, and now he'll turn, and off his back foot, he'll heave this deep. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A 2nd one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
He is going to find Hill here. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 32-yard line.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. On 2nd down now. It's Cook. And this Giants defense getting off the ball quickly. They stop him behind the line again. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
zone travel. Right here, right here.
Throwing is Allen on third. Got his man. That's Tyrell Williams. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up fourth. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Here's Love. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. 15 yards on the play, first down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
On first down, here's Love. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. On second down, Love. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
To throw on third down, Fitzgerald. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Stephon Tuitt, the one that got him down.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Here I come. Here I come. Here I come.
Hey, exit.
Watching you five.
Throwing on second down. Allen, he sets to fire. He's got a man, complete. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. So that play much needed there as they're all the way up near the 40 for a 1st and 10.
Mike, move. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. Mike.
Now Allen. It's Williams on the catch. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Allen now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, Charlie.
Hey, we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
You draw focus.
Alert. Check 55.
From midfield, here's Allen. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Demaryius Thomas, the intended receiver, and it's second down. The Giants going to burn their third and final timeout, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number one.
Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Check 55, Mike. I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
Hey, check Mike, check. Hey, Delta. Watching your five.
Allen again here on 2nd and 10. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. That's going to be caught. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
I got you.
5 wide.
Check.
80 weapon.
Check 26. Check.
Regular.
They turn to the fullback, Gillespie. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1. Here's Allen to throw it toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as he'll try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And the kick by Butker is good. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. This is taken at his 4. And he's going to wind up bringing this one inside the 45-yard line.
Now, that's the kind of return that warms the heart of a special teams coach. He'll be pushing us next time, Brandon, to make sure his guys are introduced in the starting lineups. These guys have such an influence on every game. The unsung heroes, remember, they have their own meetings, their own practice time, heck, their own spot on the bench in order to be ready to play each and every week.
Starting the 3rd quarter with Cook. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Mike 55.
They run it again with Cook, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They call that a loss of 6 yards, and it's 3rd down now.
And on 3rd and 15, we see the dime look, 6 DBs on the field.
Playing pass all the way.
Watch his flag. Watch his flag. Mike 50.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. He finds Beckham complete. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connect it.
And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here's Love again. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 36 yards on the play. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
Pilot, 64, weak.
This is Love. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
6 guy, check 6 guy.
Protein spill.
Showing it.
On 2nd down, this is Edmonds. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Get it.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant 1st down. Well, CD, a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
They're going to run this with a tight end. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Check 3, check 3, check 3. Check 43, 25, check 25, check 25.
Ready.
They'll keep it on the ground. O'Neal. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
I don't even have to stretch for this one. This is 4-down territory. They've got to get it in with the deficit that they're facing.
Absolutely. It's not the 4th quarter, but still, I think you can't be thinking 3 here.
No, if you do that, you might as well go ahead and fold up on this one, but I don't think they're built like that.
Shift.
6-6, pull it high.
Slam.
Snap.
On 3rd down, O'Neal. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. 4th down now after a loss of 2. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need him to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game